In today's Gospel, my dear brothers and sisters, Jesus instructs His 12 apostles the requirements for their mission. Dear brothers and sisters, today we are celebrating the feast of Saint Barnabas Apostle. Barnabas was among the most amiable, life-affirming members of the early church. Luke describes him in glowing terms as a good man, full of the Holy Spirit and of faith. A trusted companion of the first disciples, he shared much of his property with the poor, and it was by his testimony that the former persecutor Paul was accepted as genuine within the Christian community in Jerusalem. As he is portrayed in Acts of the Apostles, he had the sort of unselfish, reliable and encouraging personality that made him an ideal ambassador for the gospel. This made him the perfect helper to be sent to support the growing church in Antioch. In today's Gospel, my dear brothers and sisters, Jesus instructs His 12 apostles the requirements for their mission. They were to be zealous with the message and in the ministry of healing, and practice a sober, purposeful lifestyle, unconcerned for the trappings of wealth and status. How well Barnabas and later Paul measured up to those missionary requirements is well illustrated in their story as told by Luke and then by Paul in his letters. Today's feast can serve to recall all of us to those qualities in Barnabas which gave such a boost to the growth of the church in his time. When Barnabas was sent to Antioch by the apostles to assess what is happening there, he immediately recognized it as the work of the Lord and sided with this new development. He turned out to be absolutely right. It was indeed the work of the Lord. Dear brothers and sisters, God is always at work in new and creative ways among us. And it is a great gift to be able to recognize the divine inspiration wherever it is to be found and to celebrate and encourage its effects. Barnabas had this gift of noticing where the Lord was at work because, as the narrator says, he was a good man full of the Holy Spirit and of faith. We need to be open to the Spirit in order to recognize the work of the Spirit. As St. Paul says in his second letter to the Corinthians, chapter 2, verse 14, spiritual things are discerned spiritually. Only a mature person who has the Spirit and spiritual wisdom can discern and act according to the will of God. So let us ask the Lord to fill us with His Spirit, that we also may have the true spirit of discernment to know His plans in our life. Amen.